Hello, this is Dr. Bob Brown, and in this short video, we're going to do a course introduction and give you an overview of the things you'll need to do this semester to be successful in pre-calculus. These are some of the topics we're going to cover. We're going to look at the syllabus. We're going to do an overview of the course resources and where to find them. We're going to look at the class schedule, what you need to do each week to keep up. We're going to talk about the first assignment, which is to be completed by Friday, August the 21st. We're going to then look at homework on MyMathlab and how to sign up for MyMathlab. And then how should you communicate with me to get any required help that you might need. We will also talk about the Proctored Test and how to take them. They'll be taken either in the proctoring centers on the 3 campuses or with ProctorU. Then there'll be a very short preview of the course topics. Now, the syllabus can be found on my EGSC website. In fact, on my website, you will be able to basically get all the resources except for the notes on the videos, which you'll have to get on D2L. So we're going to first go ahead to my home page. Now, this is my home page, and the main thing you would want to click on here is a Precalculus online for fall 2020. Click on that, and I'd like to point out that from this particular web page, you can navigate basically the entire course, except for the notes on the videos that you will need to get from D2L. Notice that you can go to the syllabus. Here is the introductory email that I have sent out. You can get a daily schedule. Here is the first assignment questionnaire repeated here. And here you can go to the course introductory video, which I'm making right now. And then for our tests 1 through 4 and the final, you have resources that will get you ready for the test. Here's one for test 1, practice problems for test 1, and then the same for test 2 with practice problems. Test 3, test 4, and the final exam. There are other resources here, like ways to avoid common math errors. You might want to pick this up. There'll be a final exam study guide. There'll be a free unit circle, which you'll use in trigonometry. And other things like trig identities, which you probably will want to print out, and then information about how to use the TI-83 or TI-84 calculator. Now, as I just mentioned, you will find the resources on my website, all the resources except the video section notes, which you'll have to get on D2L. But this is probably the easiest way to navigate the course once you have the video section notes. Now I'm going to log in to D2L and show you that on D2L you can get to the same information. On D2L, you would click on Precalculus section W, And I like to just go to the content and click on Precalculus resources, where you will see the notes on the videos. And then there'll be notes on the tests 1 through 3 that you can watch. And then the questions on the practice tests. You've got links to the syllabus, the daily schedule. And what I'm going to do right now is go to the Precalculus webpage we were just looking at. And let's just go over the syllabus very quickly. This is the syllabus. It's for CRN 80229. Of course, I'm Dr. Bob Brown, Jr., the instructor. My cell phone number is given here, and my email. And this is a preferred way to contact me, is by email. But if you need to get a hold of me very quickly, you can also contact me on my cell phone. Basically, the course description you can read. It helps prepare students for calculus, physics, and related technical subjects. The textbook, you are required to purchase MyMathlab passcode. You do not have to have a hard copy textbook unless you want to buy one. Here are the ISBN numbers for picking up the MyMathlab packet. The course ID, which you will need, is Brown 37673. For evaluation in the course, there are going to be 4 tests and a final exam. These exams will be proctored. Grading, there will be homework that is required. You can get 100 points if you get all the homework correctly. There'll be 4 tests, each counting 100 points, and a final exam counting 100 points. Now, the grading formula will be that the final grade is equal to 70% of your test average and 30% of your final exam average. Now, there is one additional grading policy which involves allowing the grade to be determined by the final exam grade only. This is in the case that you began to catch on to everything towards the end, and generally a student should attempt to do well throughout the semester and not depend on pulling his or her grade up on the final exam. However, occasionally allowing the grade to be determined by the final exam, if you were doing poorly until the end, you can cut this and you are able to gain substantial understanding of the course material and demonstrate your proficiency. You would be able to pass the course if you pass the final exam. Since this is an online course, it requires you to take a lot of responsibility in the class to keep up with the homework and the assignments, and to ask me for help anytime you would like some extra tutoring. One thing you need to understand is the last day to withdraw from the class without academic penalty is October the 7th, 2020. One thing I want you to understand is you will absolutely need a TI-83 or TI-84 graphing calculator required to do the homework and the problems that are on the test. You will need a graphing calculator to help you determine things like roots of polynomial equations and be able to do that quickly. The daily course schedule is given here, and we will go over that in just a second. Here is the daily schedule, which you should be looking at every day. Basically, this leads you to the videos on each subchapter. For instance, the week of August 17th, you'll be looking at polynomial functions, and you will just go click on this, and it will bring up the YouTube video, which, hello, this is Dr. Bob Brown, which we will not look at right now, but you can see going through each week in the semester, there will be a video for each subchapter. Then finally, we will start taking test 1 the week of September the 7th. There'll be 2 days the test will be given, and you need to sign up for which day and whether you want it to be in the morning or the afternoon. Likewise, we have test 2, then test 3, then test 4. We have a Thanksgiving break, and then review for the final exam. And then we will have the final exam on either Wednesday, but we will give it Wednesday and Thursday, December the 9th and December the 10th. Okay, one thing you absolutely need to do is to sign up for MyMathlab homework. You can do that by clicking on this link, and you will be able to sign up for this particular course. You'll use this course ID, and on the MyMathlab page, the due dates are shown for each assignment. Now I have logged in to the MyMathlab Pearson website, and the course I have set up is right here on the left, Math 1113 Fall 2020. You would sign up for that, and since you've already had college algebra using this same textbook, I'm sure you're pretty well aware of how to navigate this website. The thing you will need to look at are the assignments. And here you can see the date due for each assignment. You probably have already done the MyMathlab orientation, but for the general homework, starting with section 5.1, it's due the 24th of August. And as you go through here, you can see all of the assignments. Now, one thing I would like to point out here is that homework is absolutely essential. If you don't make at least 80% on the homework, you probably will not pass. Most who passed in recent semesters did at least more than 80% of the homework. And those who made a D or an F did less than 70% of the homework. So I would consider dropping the course now if you feel you don't have time to do the homework. But just remember that I'm available to help you in any way. If you need extra tutoring, we can do that with Zoom video, or you can contact me any way you want to. Now, this is the first assignment that needs to be completed by August the 21st. Notice, if it's not completed, you could be dropped from the course for non-attendance. So be sure to do this. It's a real easy assignment. You'll be answering questions like, what is your major? You'll be introducing yourself to me. What profession do you want to pursue? What would you like to accomplish in 10 years? What's your favorite subject? Does it have to be math? What is the best way for me to give you help in math? What do you enjoy doing when you're not studying? Which EGSE campus location could you easily come for 4 proctored quizzes and the final exam? Swainsboro, Statesboro, or Augusta. If none work for you, you can respond with ProctorU. So if you can't come for a proctored quiz, you need to inform me immediately so that we can make other arrangements. Using ProctorU is a possibility only for students that cannot get to campus easily. The student pays a fee to take the exam. The charge is generally about $20, and that can vary with the length of the exam. You may learn more by going to ProctorU.com, this link here. Now, first assignment continued. For the Proctored Test, you need to tell me which day for each test and the final exam you want to take it. For instance, test 1, you would say either September the 10th or September the 11th. That's a Thursday or Friday, and then specify AM or PM. Once you choose this, that it can be changed if you get in touch with me soon enough. Notice the final exam is going to be on Wednesday or Thursday, December the 9th, December the 10th, and you need to specify AM or PM. I would also like for you to give me your cell number. You don't have to do this, but it might help communications. And then number 11, you can share with me anything you care to share about yourself. You're not required to answer this question. And then finally, do you have any questions? Now, by the way, this assignment is worth 1 point added to your final average. It is definitely worth doing. Now we want to talk about how to communicate with me and get any required help. You can email me at my EGSC email address. You need to check your EGA mail at least once per day. If you do not reply to an email within 2 days, I will assume that you're not attending and you may be dropped. You can call me on my cell given here if you need an answer immediately. I would also like your cell number. If you have a problem with any of the homework, you can use Ask My Instructor in MyMathlab, and I will respond quickly. I will work it out and make a short video on how to do it. You can also request a Zoom video conference for a tutoring session, or if you want to just talk about a problem, you can call me. Now, here's how we will do any Zoom video conferences. If you want one, you can request it. And then at the time we're going to have a video conference, I will send you an email and ask you to join the Zoom meeting. And then you will just click on this link here. And if you already have Zoom on your computer, you'll join the conference immediately. I can share my screen. We can work problems together. If you don't have the Zoom on your iPad or computer or cell phone, it will load the app and it will only take maybe a minute or so, and then we'll be able to connect. Now, using ProctorU for Proctored Test, you can go to their website. You need to, if you haven't done so before, register with ProctorU with your email address and password and everything. You need to have good Wi-Fi, a computer, and a camera. All must be working, and you need to test your setup with ProctorU. Now, you must notify ProctorU when you plan to take the test within a time frame window that I will provide. Usually the time frame will be 48 hours over the 2 days that we will be giving the test. In fact, the ProctorU test, you could take at midnight if you wanted to, as long as you get it done within the time frame. The test will be taken on MyMathlab, and I will allow 2 hours for the exam. And you can email me with any questions. Now, finally, I'm just going to go over some things we'll be covering briefly. We're going to be going over polynomial functions, which you will learn to graph and analyze and find the roots or zeros. For instance, these points where it crosses the x-axis, this polynomial has a 0. Notice this one has a lot of zeros. And then we'll be looking at rational functions, in which we have all kinds of slant asymptotes, vertical asymptotes, and sometimes horizontal asymptotes. So we'll be analyzing these. The next part of the course will cover angles and triangle problems. And you will learn to solve every kind of triangle problem. It could be a right triangle. It could be a triangle that has no 45-degree angle of various sizes. And you will learn basically the sine, the cosine, and the tangent of angles. You will be able to solve every kind of triangle problem except love triangles. So don't ask me how to solve love triangles. Well, that's it, folks. Good luck to everybody. Please ask me for any help anytime you need it. So good luck for this semester.